and it may look like I'm the guy who's going through the most crap right now. That's fine. You are either in this battle against the matrix, because once you have your life together, once you're truly happy and you're truly strong and your finances are strong and you think for yourself, once you resist the slave mind, you're automatically against the matrix. The battle isn't against the matrix anymore. You're fighting with your wife who doesn't love you anymore. You're fighting with your own depression. You either fight against yourself and your unhappiness because you have caved to the matrix and its programming, or you resist the slave mind, enjoy the resistance. The reason I am fighting is because I don't want the other side. I don't believe. I refuse to cower and cuck and let my mind be poisoned. Yes, I'm going to take a lot of flack to do that, but I don't see any other choice. And that's why I'm here and I'm doing these things. So we're going to talk about my father and the origins. One of the reasons I want to do this also is I mentioned him a lot, but I love the idea of one day, perhaps in 50 years from now, one of my sons doing a stream about me, telling the things I used to say and how I had an impact on the world. The story of Top G and the story of me is going to be a long and very, very interesting one. So we're going to start at the absolute beginning. I'm named after him and I was built to live in his image. I understood a lot of basic tenets and a lot of basic things about the world for a very long time. It's actually kind of interesting that a lot of these tech guys and tech people, they pretend physicality doesn't matter and they make all this money and they own Facebook and Amazon and whatever. But eventually they end up doing MMA like Zuckerberg or taking testosterone replacement like Jeff Bezos. It gets to a point where you finally must accept the reality that your physicality and your mentality as a man are linked, and you cannot be happy and strong in your mind. He died playing chess at a chess tournament, which is the best possible death I could have wished for him. I think they arrived in like 4 minutes, but they couldn't resuscitate him. When he died, my father died with absolutely no money. My father's mission was so important to him. He died with $12 in his pocket, and that was it. So my mother didn't have to work anymore, and I pulled it off. And he is buried in Alabama. Of course, he is still out there in one of the many variations of the universe looking down on me, and I know he's exceptionally proud of me, and that's important to me. I need to fight against nearly any enemy on the planet, and I do not ever fear. I do not fear anybody. It doesn't matter how many times you ban me. None of it matters because I have an unlimited source of energy, because I am true to my name, and I know I'm a good person, and I'm true to my duty with God. So I found some older emails from my father, and I've chosen some nuggets and some insights. What's really interesting about these insights is that these were all sent to me between 2011 and 2013. You're going to say, wow, that is so applicable to the world today. But they were sent in 2011 or 2013, a long time ago. My father was an expert at predicting the future, but he was already impressed with himself and he already knew he was right. These are available free to anybody who wants to read them. You can go to cobratate.com and there is a tab at the top called the Tales of Wudon. And these are stories my father and I wrote together. We even have some animations. And these are not in any particular chronograph. They are just nuggets I've chosen from emails I've read all day today. The problem with modern dudes is that their main sex organ is the tongue. The favorite position is head between the thighs. So I think the lesson here is pretty straightforward. They've forgotten what sex is for. They've forgotten what your duty is as a man, which is to have progeny which respect you and are good for the world, and to raise them in an environment where they're going to end up being powerful soldiers of God. Licking pussy. But his point is, he has achieved something far more important than making sure her pussy gets licked. And that was one of his many views on the world. He couldn't shut up about how we were the best thing he ever did and how important it is to have kids as a man and to eventually create a link to the future. It's you. You have all the weapons you need. Now fight. And we talk about the people behind governments and people who are controlling the media and the people who lied about me and the people who deleted all my social media so I couldn't defend myself and tried to pretend I'm a really bad person. And all these people who are in control. They're only as in control as we allow them to be. If we watch the things they tell us to watch and say no, it's very difficult for them to control things. Knowledge is power and independent think is power. And when they say who really controls, who has the key to set us free? If I have a problem, I go to the war room. If I want to do business, it happens inside of the war room only and exclusively because I know those people share my worldview. So the answer to that is the war room. That's why it was created. I've made a few of my dad's quotes already famous. I allow manipulation to find out where my enemy wants me to go. Then I use my mind to break the trap and punish the perpetrators. What's amazing about that quote is as follows. If your enemy is attempting to manipulate you and you refuse it, they're trying to tell you a lie and you refuse to listen, then you don't know what their end goal was. You don't know what they were trying to make you believe. You're like, I don't want to hear it, and you walk away. You didn't even have the warning in the first place to know that your enemy was trying to manipulate you into believing this. The correct course of action is exactly as my father said. I need a mask. You want to believe the sky is green. They may be very persuasive. They may have evidence, right? You need to understand, but you need to first let them try and manipulate you, or you don't know what their end goal is. Raw action solves everything. Caution breeds fear. Now, this can be applied in so many different ways, but he's absolutely and utterly correct. Who has a strong network all around the world, who can still manage to get his signal out to the matrix. I did not become a man with a full skill set to be told, be careful, by some fucking amateur. Of course you told me that I needed to preserve my social media accounts because you need them. If I was still on YouTube and Instagram scared about being deleted, I wouldn't be me. I want Tate fans to be recognizable on the street. I can't do that if I sit cautious and fearful of getting deleted. So when some amateur says, Andrew, you should calm down, you're going to get deleted, I didn't acquire a full skill set to listen to amateurs. Thank you. You responded to me on an email today after I sent you an email thanking you for making me money. Gee, I dedicate so much of my life to you guys. Am I supposed to just run away into the sunset and just fuck? Just go fuck and just buy cars and just say, oh, fuck all them? Is that what's going to make me truly happy on my deathbed? Or do I think I can actually save some of you and tell the truth and be a force for good in the world? I'll tell you something now, man. There's more to life than pussy, and there's more to life than money. If you're starving, it's all you think about. But when you have an endless banquet, it's like, whatever, right? So you have to give me a little bit of time. This was written so long ago, and it's so true. It's truly beautiful how he predicted the future. The psychological effects of mind fuck are not yet understood. We learn nothing from the Nazi failure. We all have ADHD. We can't focus on anything. We're in rooms with people we love, ignoring them, messaging people we don't even know or barely like, following girls on Instagram who are never going to fuck you, watching garbage. They flood it to you with every single metric and medium. You're either on our side, the side of sanity and the battle against the matrix, or you have lost your mind and you're going to battle against yourself and against your circumstances forever. My biggest detractors, my biggest haters, every single thing about their life is unpleasant. If they're ugly, unattractive, hateful people, they're not happy people. They may have a YouTube channel, but they're still overweight and objectively unattractive. They have nothing about them which is good. Next. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, who is leading me? Why do I act this way? I said, oh, they said the earth's going to heat up and the sea temperature is going to rise. He said, I want you to go over there and look in the mirror and ask yourself, who told you that? This is what you must understand as a full-grown adult. What am I trying to manipulate you into doing? If you believe that my intentions are pure, then allow me to manipulate you by all means. Everybody is influencing you to some degree. So much of life is designed around the lowest common denominator. I've done driving tracks in reverse, ice driving, all of it. I'm one of the best drivers on the face of the planet. Fucking Schumacher ever. Never crashed a supercar. Even though I'm doing 150, 200 miles per hour, people like me are highly trained with world level reactions, expert focus, don't take drugs, don't drink and drive. We just drive the car in an enjoyable way. A group can only move as fast as the slowest person. They have to set a speed limit going. Idiots are going to be driving cars. Dumbos. What's the speed limit at which a dumbo can drive a car? Well, that's 30 miles an hour because they're dumb. They have to set the lowest common denominator. So the people on the television, they're not going to be speaking to the exceptional people. They can't say things that the exceptional person can resonate with and take and find useful. They can only say the things that the average dummy can use. Well, just be safe and put the mask on. And the dummy sits there because they're dummies. I don't talk to weenies and I don't talk to dummies. If you're watching this and you're dumb, go somewhere else. I'm trying to find the exceptional people of Earth. The things I say may apply to the exceptional. It doesn't apply to the average. People saying, hey, Tate, you talk about how to get girls and how you can have all these girls, but you're a 6'4" kickboxing world champion millionaire. I said, get out there and work your ass off. I'm only telling you how to do it from the gangster perspective because that's all I fucking know. I don't know any other way. Hey, I work at McDonald's. I'm a brokey. I don't want to teach lowest common denominator shit. It appears the insanity of the ruling elite is exposed worldwide. I've had serious, long conversations contemplating whether they're going to try and kill me. I would like to think they're not. If they decide to kill me, on a long enough time frame, they're going to be successful. If I become a coward, I will live in fear, and it breeds inaction. I won't be sitting here telling the truth. I want the world to know that I'd absolutely never, ever kill myself under any circumstances ever, no matter what they say. I did not kill myself, ever. My father said this in 2012, 10 years ago. I'm going to trust in God because I don't see what else I can do. Next. We must break the work, consume, die cycle. The 25th tenet of Tateism is to acquire wealth and abundance so that you can improve your life and for those you love. As much as being strong is important, as much as being a fantastic orator is important, as much as being smart is important, we unfortunately live in a world where money is super important. You can't have an opinion if you're broke because you need to rely on your job. If you truly want to be able to think for yourself and talk for yourself, you need to acquire money. You need to become strong and to acquire money. You have to have money to do these things. I'm not doing a crypto pump and dump. I'm not selling some fucking energy drink. I'm not doing no shit besides saying, guys, if you're a fan of mine and you believe in me, I'll teach you how to make money. Because I understand that the richer the people who believe in me are, the richer my circle are, the more powerful we are. I understand that. Same reason I said I'm going to launch a supplement line. That's all I want you guys to be, strong and rich. Because if you're on my side, I need soldiers who have capability. If you understand with what I'm saying, you need to become exceptional. That means becoming strong and rich. They want to keep you working, consuming bullshit, to be distracted enough to not rebel until you fucking die. Not enough to ever escape. Consume bullshit. Go to a Rihanna concert. Yay, Rihanna. Watch crap on fucking YouTube. And get up and just sit there distracted until you fucking die. When the Roman Empire was losing wars, they put on extra circuses. I'm going to read the super chats quickly, guys. Believe we have access to more than love or hate. Body follows the mind, but there's only unwavering belief or there is doubt, no in between. You have to believe in yourself completely. Things been bothering me for years. You inspired me to start my own business today. I'm self-made, can't find anyone on my level. Certainly the move, but the war room you can be kicked out of because it's the only organization on the planet where you have metrics to which you must perform when you join. And what we don't allow people to do is buy a membership, not improve their lives or help their brothers, and just stay. You're going to improve your life, you're going to help your brothers, and your brothers are going to help you, or you're not going to exist in there for very long. But that's how we create a fantastic environment. If 5,000 people join and we kick out the bottom 2,000, and 5,000 more join, and we kick out the bottom 2,000, and we keep repeating that over time, I'll make sure I do make money on the Russian ruble when they start to win the war. I'm going to actually attend these meetings and meetups. Then absolutely and utterly, your life's going to massively improve, and you'll never be kicked out. You shouldn't be worried about being kicked out. Right. Guys, I want everyone to do me a favor.